Welcome to my channel, Clarity Empress. Today we're going to do another collective energy reading. It is December 24th, 2022. But the readings are timeless, so whenever you see them, take it how it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. I'm going to pull from the energies. Oh, don't forget to like the channel, click subscribe, and ring the bell. There's a bell off to the side that lets you gets you notified every time I upload. Okay, and I've applied for live, so we'll be doing live soon. I'm on TikTok under Tarot Blessings 101, but we're going to create another channel for that. So I'm going to start uploading there as well. And by the way, I wrote a book. It's called Do It Your Damn Self Shadow Workbook. And it is for your mental, spiritual, and emotional health, right? So in that book, it's a journal. It has some tips in the beginning and the end for grounding yourself, relaxation. But in the middle of the book, the meat of the book is you and what you come up with for you. There are prompts to ask yourself different questions, and you can find that. The information about that will be in the description below, but you can find it on Amazon, and it's Do It Your Damn Self Shadow Workbook. All right, it's about $12.99 on Amazon right now. All right, guys and gals, let's get started. All right, Spirit, give me a message for our collective. What's the energy right now for the collective? Waiting. In the previous energy, what were we waiting for? What were we waiting for? Three of Wands, that's my card for waiting. Expansion, but it could be also third-party situations that's in the previous, so tell me more. Ace of Wands, waiting for a new beginning. Waiting to start. Much like this channel for me. This is my second upload video. I felt like I was waiting to start. I felt like conditions had to be a certain way for me to feel comfortable to start. And here I am. Healing. Yep. So we're getting over loss, collective. We're healing. Four swords and upright. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the challenges were the previous losses in the past. Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So this is about our money. Collective, this is about money. This is about opportunities. This is about choices. Also opposing forces. Okay, so because we have the waiting card, we were waiting for things to begin to expand. Focus on the next level, where to go, how to get there. The thoughts are here. This is where we contemplate. This is where we initiate. This is where we take that step. The Ace of Wands is that the step has now been taken, right? Aces are new beginnings, right? So step has been taken. The direction has been focused. And that's just saying, like, I liken that to, I have the resume and I want a specific or particular job, Three of Wands. The Ace of Wands is putting that resume out there and then getting the call back and initiating the particulars of this new beginning. The Four of Swords in the hidden energy said that there had to be some losses in the past, right? Because the four comes after the Three of Swords. So when you think about you needing rest and you needing healing, it usually comes from after experiencing some sort of loss, right? So hence the need for a new beginning and a new direction. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. That was the challenge and that was the lesson. Maybe when you had those losses, you learn, okay, now I know how to keep my money better, or now I know how to save different or spend less or something. There's some type of loss there was some type of loss or challenge that has been learned. And the reason why I said been learned, and there's a Queen of Pentacles here, but this Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. So I feel like there was someone challenging the money, your income, stability, um, self-love. There's some type of challenge here. So things are starting to go well, but there's some kind of impediment with this queen here. There's some type of impediment. There's a selfish energy here. This also could be the mother, the Queen of Pentacles is known as the mother. There could be a selfish mother energy involved. However, the overall energy is working on yourself with the Eight of Pentacles, right? So the Eight of Pentacles in the upright is hunkering down. This could be working on your studies. This could be cleaning up your resume. This could be, finding a new business opportunity, putting the plans together, right? Let's clarify. Let's clarify this Queen of Pentacles spirit. Something more. Okay. So with this hangman, somebody now sees something with a different perspective, and they're releasing it. There's a pain here that's being released. There was a struggle here. Wow. So if you have someone in your life that is an impediment to your life, someone who is meant to help you, but they restrict you. They take from you, or they make you feel bad about your self-worth. This is the kind of energy I feel like Spirit is saying you're releasing yourself from, but they still exist, right? They're not removed from your life, but they do still exist. Now, how they say one monkey can't stop no show, right? It really comes down to a mental barrier. How do you and what do you do to release yourself? And it seems like the overall energy is working on yourself, right? So this could be, doing your shadow work. This could be, again, applying for a job, or working, or improving your education, or simultaneously doing all of that, because a lot of people are experiencing a lot of they're experiencing a lot of spiritual awakenings. And when you have those spiritual awakenings, you start to see any and everything in a new light, right? You see people in a new light, situations in a new light. You start to realize who's in your corner, who's not in your corner. And then you have to make a decision. How do I release myself? What is my mental barrier with that? And the card that just fell out, excuse me for a second. There's two cards that fell out. The Rebel and the Page of Wands. Now, the Rebel is the Emperor card. This is somebody taking control of their life. This says playfulness, but this is someone in a new beginning. It's like an innocent new beginning, an innocent trial, trip, message. And it's interesting that a page and the emperor would come out. So it's really a new beginning. And this emperor is behaving in a rebel way. It's like, I'm not doing things the way I used to do it anymore. I can't. I have to break free from these barriers. If you notice, this emperor has chains that are breaking from around his feet. So that masculine energy is breaking the barriers of the things that bind him and hold him in place. He was waiting to do that with this Three of Wands. He was searching. He was contemplating. He was, what is my means of expansion in my life? And now the current energy is taking initiation on that expansion. But tell me more about the Three of Wands spirit. So this is masculine and feminine. Take it how it resonates. But there's a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be a feminine person, but there's a feminine energy that's an impediment. One at a time, please, spirit. I'm not collecting. Yeah, aloneness. This is a lot of introspective done alone. This is Herman energy. This is someone, I feel like, look at how they're both holding these wands. And the wands almost look identical with the leaves on top. You know, there's a lot. I feel like a person might smoke. I feel like the leaves reminding me of weed right now. So it could be somebody smoking. Could be tobacco. It doesn't matter. But somebody smoking and thinking, contemplating. And they thinking about the past because these two cards are face outward and not face toward this. This is like I'm reviewing my past. Where did I go wrong? Where can I go right? What could I do better? What do I need to change? That's the energy I get here. What do I need to change? Yep, inner voice. This is the high priestess energy. This is someone going in and looking at their intuition. What is my guides telling me? What does spirit want me to do? You know, what am I learning? Because that heartbreak was serious. Had me laying down on my ass. What do I do? Oh, okay. So we going back to times when I was mothered right. That's the energy. This is creativity. This is abundance. This is pregnancy. This is wealth, creation. This is that mother energy. This is the empress. So we got the empress and the emperor on the board. Somebody is coming into either divine feminine energy or divine masculine, but they look like they're balancing themselves out. And they needed that respite. They needed to go into nurturing themselves to get it. And if you haven't been mothered right, this is part of shadow work where you start to mother your inner child. You start to make promises to yourself that benefit yourself. It's not, people pleasing anymore. It's about how do I protect me? How do I take care of me better? Because the way I've been handled is not working well for me. One more spirit. Okay. Trust. It requires trusting the plan the universe has for you, trusting the plan that God has for you. Whatever your deity is, whoever you praise, you worship. It's also about trusting yourself. Affirmations that you tell yourself. It's about taking that leap of faith, getting past the hurt. This is the challenge. I feel someone is, I feel like somebody has beaten someone's self-esteem down a lot. And it's now time to trust yourself again. It's hard to trust somebody when you can't trust yourself. And Spirit is asking you for you to trust yourself because you're taking, this indicates there was a lot of losses and there's also a lot of growth, maturity. Tell me more, Spirit. One at a time. Yep, new beginning. This is the Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins is a new beginning, a new adventure. Belief in oneself. Look, understanding. This is an uncaging. And you uncage yourself when you expand your knowledge. You know, the world is small when you don't expand your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding about life. If you've never traveled anywhere, pick up a travel magazine, learn something about a country, read a book, you know, explore your mind, not just the places around you, explore your mind. And Spirit is saying you are understanding now what it is that it's going to take, what it is that you need to do to bless your own life, to break free, to start new, to let go of the energy that would tell you, no, you can't do it, or you'll never do that. I feel like this is the energy of feeling repressed, but heading toward feeling refreshed. But at the same time, acknowledging what was holding you back, whether it was a person or whether it was yourself. Tell me more, Spirit, for my collective. Tell me more. Forgiveness and understanding. Oh my God. And the first download I got when I pulled this card is forgiving yourself first and foremost. You are not required, even if there was an outside barrier, meaning outside of yourself, you're not required to forgive anyone. You do so if you choose for your own peace of mind. Okay? Telling someone that they have to forgive somebody is not healthy. But forgiving yourself is the healthiest thing you can do. Maybe you feel delayed because there was different routes or different decisions and choices you could have made. But now you are in a level of understanding. Understanding is here twice. Understanding is here twice. So Spirit wants you to understand that you did the best you could with what you had or what you knew at the time. So now you got to forgive yourself and understand that about yourself. Let that go. I'm sorry, I like to take one at a time. Sacred plan. Spirit has a sacred plan for your life. And they need you to surrender to that sacred plan. Yes, you initiate. Yes, you put in the work. But then you got to surrender and believe that it will work out. You have to believe. You have to believe. You have to trust. What do you say? You have to trust. Trust that the Spirit got you. The universe has your back. Tell me more, Spirit. Vulnerability and freedom. Those barriers, whatever it is, whether it's your mental barriers or other people, it will not hold you back from what it is that you have to do. Spirit says we got a plan. Be vulnerable and you will have your freedom. Like Spirit is trying to let you know, like, it is well. And even if it's not well, then it's not the end. Right? So you may be struggling. You might be going through some things, but there's a sacred plan for your life. There's growth. You, at the end of the day, bottom of the deck, joy and contentment. This is what you will experience when you finish this journey. And I don't think we ever really finish, but this phase, I always look at life as levels and phases. And I feel like there's a phase that you're going through that's going to end in joy and contentment. Let's see what's coming up, upcoming days. Let's see what the moon cycles will tell us. Tell me more from my collective spirit. And if you're wondering, when I read, I don't necessarily just read for love. I read for the energy that comes up. And this energy that's presenting itself is telling me more about self, the individual, what you personally are experiencing, more so than it's telling me about, is this your twin flame or your soulmate? Those things may come up, but right now, Spirit is saying you have to remove those barriers for yourself. You have to progress yourself in your life. You have to trust Spirit. It says, be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. So this is the initiation that I was talking about in the beginning. That 3 of Wands to the Ace of Wands. It's like sometimes we want something so bad in life, whether it's a job, a car, a relationship, a business, whatever it is that we want, we still have to make effort toward it. It doesn't just automatically flow. And it may seem like that in certain people's lives. Sometimes you feel like Johnny got it easy. So-and-so got it easy. And they may be charmed that way. Some people born into wealth, it does just come to them because it's already there, But not everybody's life has that type of setup. And so if you were not born with what they call a silver spoon in your mouth, then we have to make efforts. It doesn't have to be a struggle. We don't have to have the mentality of struggle. We can manifest anything that we want, but we also have to put in effort to get what it is that we want. That means you got to walk into that building, turn in your resume. Or nowadays, you just email your resume, right? So you have to fill out that application online and download it. You got to make the effort. You got to take the steps. Tell me more, Spirit. Prosperity lies ahead. This means that life involves a plan, right? And that also means that sacred plan for your life is coming to fruition. Give me one more, Spirit. Meditate and contemplate. In the bottom of the deck, you're very close. You're very close to achieving your goals. Listen, this is this whole spread is all about yourself. How do you go forward in life? What are you doing to prepare for the next phase and the next level in your life so that you can have that vulnerability and freedom that you so crave, that joy and contentment that's meant for you? What efforts are you taking? What are you initiating to get past the barriers of your life? Because Spirit is saying you take a step toward them, they'll take 10 towards you. It's coming. It's in the plan. But I feel like Spirit is saying you have to initiate. You have to get past the fear of what somebody programmed you to believe about yourself. You know, a lot of us have this inner parent wounds or inner child wounds, right? Where, if they were negative, our parents might have been negative or unintentionally. It doesn't have to be intentionally. It could be intentionally or unintentionally. But when we have those programming and then we become aware of that programming, that's when the work begins, because that's when you can start changing the mindset. That's when you can start removing the barriers. That's when you can start applying your affirmations and reprogramming your mind to believe that you can do and you do deserve everything that it is that you want, or you know what I mean? So this is removing the blocks and the barriers that held you back. But this is only about you. This is no one else is stopping you from doing what you want to do. They might seem like it. Some people might, I don't know. Let's say you share a car in a house and you can't get to work all the time because someone took the car. There's roadblocks and impediments, but it only takes you and your mind, your ingenuity to turn that around. You might have to Uber a couple days. You might have to carpool with somebody, make other arrangements, but you can work around any of this if you start understanding where your issues are. Then you can just start working on it. And no one has to interfere. No one has to interfere. And you can start loving yourself and you can have that freedom. Meditate and contemplate what it is that you want and go for it, because Spirit says you're very close to achieving your goals. So that's the message I have for you today. I'll be uploading some more, but remember to click like, share, subscribe, and, check me out. Read my information in the description below if you want to get that shadow workbook. Thank you and peace.